So I'm in a lot of pain using a smartphone. It's really utterly absurd. Um, it stems from my childhood experience, which is very, I've quantified this. Uh, so I think the X Files is a good match. Okay. I know that character. I certainly love the European element and the scientist, which wasn't possible for me. And so articulating the two, where one comes out of the wild and into the, the frame, it's very difficult to articulate without distractions, certainly. And with a smartphone, there's nothing but distractions, even if they're not, they're just random. Still is paranoid. And I'm holding this thing with my hand, and my hand is getting deformed by holding a phone. It's really bad. Only a few people should actually have access to the internet through qualification, and other people should for other things. No taxation without reassurance. Yeah. Um, and random stuff is the opposite of reassurance. It's quite. So I would normally write it out on paper, and then maybe on a word processor, maybe the combination. That was the original thing, that I would keep notes on paper and actively. And even if I had the computer and in a place that was actually stimulating and not some hideout excuse. Escapism, where I just couldn't write anything rational in America, or West America especially. And it really, I cannot underestimate how painful it is to hold this thing constantly. My hands really, really have pain in them. And my neck frequently has this horrible pain. If I try to read in bed or do anything in bed, like reading or looking at a device, I have to like lay on my side and stick my neck up. Otherwise, my neck is developing this horrible pain, which can last for days at the very least. It's just this. Oh my God. And it's the camera is only to sell your soul. This is, and with that, there's like untold insults that people are just waiting for. Unless if they have a ideal supportive reality, a career, or a community, actual community. Where I grew up, there wasn't actually that. It was like the front lines of the frontier. Okay, I was telling you. Ask Santana. I think that the childhood Limp Bizkit. Okay, I was looking at his biography, and he's born almost the same time as me, and sort of where I move, he moves and whatnot, or vice versa. Very curious. He's got a single mother and a big sister, and this is some American fantasy. And the convict colony of Georgia, okay, which flows into Florida, I guess. Similar to Santa Cruz, it's a very similar thing. After World War II, it became somewhat of a convict colony by military decree. A bunch of places. Chicago, I guess. But yeah, it's about sort of this coming in from out of the wild, okay, into the frame, I think. And I think the X-Files would be, it would be cool to do that. And I love I burn out quite quickly. By the time someone's responding to me, I'm like, what? I just gave you the answer and you have a question. Oh my God. That's dangerous. Okay, that is. Um, the only question is, um, do I look cute? Okay. It's like, well, does this make me look fat? Something like that. Okay. Something like that. Okay. Everything else, most people didn't actually deal with that if they grew up in a well balanced. Um, right? It's true. It's clear. It's you know, asking Jonah Hill too many questions. It's like, oh my God, you know, he actually grew up there in an Asian community where um, I don't know. You know, we don't need excuses. We need purpose, and it should be subtle, right? So we don't have, you know, absurd purposes. Whatever. I'm putting those two words together: the excuses and the purposes. Desperation. And I have no notes whatsoever, and so I'm trying to like memorize everything, and wishing it was like a clockwork that I was, because that's what a book is. That's what, and the smartphone is not that. It is actually something that's not even quite real, because it's just not like a book. The book, the ideal book, you actually take I would photocopy the pages and I'd have those completely in focus. I'd like a bunch of pages on a big workspace so that I could actually organize everything. It was rather complex. Um, and I think I'm just supposed to make a presentation, but if I don't understand it, again, I think that this is like a scam, or it's a mockery, it's some childhood teasing game, like, oh, blah, blah, something that the lucky person has no problem with. They're going to automatically win because of their childhood um, experience, regardless of integrity. And so if you have that maximum integrity with minimum functionality, George Washington, it's just, you know, he has to come out of the wild. That's the first thing. And it doesn't have to, like, every, you know, I mean, I'm sort of fascinated hearing the story of The Godfather, where that's Bill Gates, right? Okay, the glasses. Um, two sisters. Um, where they just come over to Marlon Brando's house and they set everything up, and he's already read the script and the character, and he's just in character automatically, and it's kind of, I can do that, but the internet I can't. I shouldn't. Absolutely, just should not. Or the hotel or the school. All those things are randomizations that will lead to uncertainty, excuses, etc., without any purpose other than rebellious sort of absurdity. I'm going to start over.